Hi there. We are going to look at some more bar graphs today. We're going to do a little review. So I wanted to share with you a frequency table about favorite pets. And then we took this data and we put it in the form of a bar graph. Remember that a bar graph is a picture that shows our data so that we can quickly look at it and I can see, oh, this is the tallest bar in my bar graph. Dog is what the favorite pet is because I know that that is the tallest bar, and I can even look across and find that the number 8 tells me that that is more than 7. Go to the top of fish and come over and I see 4. And go to the top of bird and I come over and see 1. So I know that 8 is the biggest amount, and that is the one that is like the most. So when we look at my frequency table here, remember what we said about our tally marks? If I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tally marks with a diagonal line through it, that stands for 5. It makes it easier to count. I can say 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have a 5 here, so I'm going to start counting at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got 1 vote for bird down here. What's really important about a bar graph is that I can easily answer questions based on looking at this picture of data. So my first question to you is, and you can say the answer out loud or you can say it in your mind, is a cat or a dog the most favorite pet? And if you said dog, you would be correct because that is my highest bar, and number 8 is bigger than 7. Now, your teachers have probably done this with you already, but one thing that helps us as a strategy for reading bar graphs is to go in and write the number at the top of the bar that it represents so that we don't have to keep going over to our scale and finding that number. So I know that cat is 7, dog is 8, fish is 4, and bird is 1. So my question now is, which pet is the favorite, fish or birds? Fish or birds? If you thought fish, you would be correct because fish has a higher bar and my number is 4, whereas only 1 person voted for bird. Now, another question I could ask you about that is, how many more people like fish than birds? How many more people like fish than birds? The answer would be 3. I can think of it 2 ways. I could say the difference is 4 minus 1, which is 3, or I could think, okay, there are 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more votes to be the same as fish. Let's take a look at a horizontal bar graph. Remember, we can read them from left to right. We can go side to side. We call that a horizontal bar graph. And in our last graph, we went up and down. We looked at the bars and we started at the bottom and we went up and counted our bars. So that was called a vertical bar graph. So I went ahead and put in the numbers of the pets at the petting zoo. I went and said, I looked at pigs and I went across and saw that, oh, at the end of the bar, I have 3 pigs at the petting zoo. For dogs, I went across and I said, I have 6 dogs. And for turtles, I go all the way to the end of the bar and I have 4 turtles. I can also look at the data that is in my frequency table. Remember what we said about these tally marks. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tally marks and then a diagonal line, that's 5. So here I can count 5, 6. Don't forget that this symbol means 5 because I have 5 tally marks there. It helps me to count on instead of counting every single line. Okay, here are some questions for you. Which pet at the petting zoo do they have the most of? Which pet at the petting zoo do they have the most of? I hope you were thinking the dog because the dog had the highest number on the bar graph, which is 6. Next question. Which pet at the petting zoo, which animal at the petting zoo had the least amount? Which of the animals did they have the least of at the petting zoo? If you said the pig, you would be correct because the pig is the smallest number and it is the shortest bar when I look at my bar graph table. What if I asked you, how many dogs and turtles were at the petting zoo? How many dogs and turtles were at the petting zoo? I hope you thought 10 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dogs and turtles. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.